Alright, so here is the project today. Today is I'm going to look at my very nice phone here. 30th of March. No spark. I pulled that off right there, off the spark plug. No spark, so I got to get down to the magnetos and all that stuff and clean it up. So I'm going to pull all this stuff off and see what I can see, clean it all up and see if it'll do what I need it to do. So update on this air compressor. Clean the spark plug off, clean the magneto, which is either this or this. I can't remember which, but I cleaned both of them, so it doesn't matter. So now I have spark, went through the carburetor, and in case you can't see, it's dripping gas out. So I screwed something up in the carburetor when we're doing that. So I either gotta fix this, or there's a Dono. I know you can't see that because of the light. In the back of that white pickup, there's a Dono air compressor. We might pull the carburetor off of that and use that carburetor if we can't fix this one. So that's where we're at. Alright, so I'm not gonna be recording a lot because with this virus going around, we don't got a lot of jobs to do. But I recorded a little bit of this thing yesterday. I'll give you a little bit of backstory now. It's our neighbor, the same neighbor that let us borrow that truck to take that steel to auction. I mean, to the butcher, not the auction. He asked if I could help him fix this. So I did. Well, I am helping him fix it. We had to clean out this, as I said earlier. But we tried to fix the carburetor, and in the process of blowing it out, something blew out. And we believe it was a piece of the carburetor, but it could have just been a piece of junk. We believe it's a piece of the carburetor because now the carburetor is leaking fluid out the air intake, and that's not supposed to be happening. If we take this vice grips off the fuel line, it'll just dump all the gas out. Off of that, if any of you guys are ever walking on gas and you need to stop something from flowing, get yourself a pair of vice grips. They work wonderful. Last video, I was showing some videos of that road grader. The same neighbor that owns the road grader owns this. Some more backstory on that road grader. That's not on their property. So the people that own that property said, "Hey, we're selling this property. Can you get it off?" I'm not gonna go up there because it's really windy right now. If I take this camera outside, you won't be able to hear me. But that road grader, we found out what some of the issues are. A, both tires leak. And B, when we went to put in hydraulic oil, the hydraulic oil tank is up on top next to the fuel tank. But we put hydraulic oil accidentally in the transmission fluid. Because we couldn't see the hydraulic fluid until we crawled up on top. We didn't crawl up on top until later. So that was what the issue with that. I do not believe they got it moved yet. If I have any more information, I'll give it to you at a later date. $12 new carburetor. Running like a champ. The story behind that is the guy got it given to him a couple years ago, didn't do anything with it, brought it to us, we fixed it up, put a $12 carburetor in it, and it runs like a champ. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me because of the wind or not. So we got our JCB 185 Series 3 hooked up to our backhoe attachment. 2 videos ago I videoed us digging out some drain. I'm going to try digging it out with this, see if it's any easier. With that rock bucket, you'd have to shake it out, and then if any grass or weeds got in there, you'd have to shake very violently, and my back was hurting by the end of it. So I'm going to see if this works any better. What this is a 3-point hitch conversion. This backhoe right here is meant to go on the back of a tractor. We found we could take the 3-point hitch stuff off and hook a quick connect plate to that and to those down there and put it on our skid steer, then change the hoses, and then put this crossbar on, and it would walk on our skid steer just like a champ. So we did. Some say we learned this 3-point hitch thing. We did it. We could pull it off there and down there, change the hydraulic hoses, and put it right back on a 3-point hitch of a tractor. The reason for this is because this right here, ram and all that stuff, is getting worn out, and we don't want to destroy it. So we got this cross piece in here to limit any movement that we don't like. This thing is pretty neat. It's really helpful on the farm. It's small enough that we don't have to do a lot of maintenance on it, but still really nice to have. So here's the project I'm going to be working on. Down there, my very first video, moving that concrete. This is the continuation of the same drain. Again, sorry about the wind. But when I was a kid, a couple years ago, we had one of our friends' backhoes over here. And my dad gave me the job, kind of just the fun of tearing some of this stuff up and kind of trying to bury it. Well, I didn't do a very good job. So I'm going to come through here, pick it all out, make it all look pretty, just like I did down there. So after multiple hours worth of work, this is all I've got done. Not very much, not very far. This thing just doesn't have the power. In case you can't tell, it leaks a little bit. I don't know if you can tell down in there, but it's shiny with fluid. So I can't up the RPM anymore. I'm going to be wasting fluid. And this, if I'm correct, this thing is meant for a tractor. Rephrase that. This thing's meant for a tractor with a hydraulic force of, I don't know, 10, 12. And this thing's pushing out 15, 16. I don't think those are the exact numbers, but that's the issue I'm having right now. This thing is pushing out too much hydraulic oil to this thing, which causes it to leak, but it's not putting enough oil out, to actually get some whacking and breaking and smashing in with this thing. So this thing's just not big enough, and I can't really pick any of these concrete slabs up with this bucket. So I have an idea. I'm going to put a thumb on this thing, a stationary thumb. I'm not going to put a hydraulic thumb on it, that's way too complicated. But I'm going to try to put a thumb on this. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm about to find out. So I got it pulled inside here. So what I plan to do is take a piece of metal from here, go out each corner of the bucket, and then out to here. Probably one with like a tooth that goes out to here and here. I think that'll work. I'll make it so it can hinge, and I'll put a spot up here that I'll find a way that I can hold it up here. I actually have something that might actually work for this. Let me go show you. So here's what I'm thinking about using. This thing right here. This came off of that block bucket I've been talking about. This is the old grapple we had on it. So I'm thinking about taking that, cutting it up, and putting it on that thing as a thumb. What's the proper word for it? A non-movable thumb, or movable, or mechanically movable thumb. Basically means you got to get out and move it. I think it'll do okay. I'm gonna take it over there. Probably use the plasma cutter cut off what I need, and then go from there. Alright, so this idea of putting a thumb on it got dashed down by my dad. Apparently it can't pick up the concrete, even though I was picking it up without a thumb. And apparently the metal I was going to use is for a different project, even though that project's probably not going to be put together in the next upcoming century. Alright, it's a day or two after I started this project. Sorry about the wind, but I got the dump trailer and the tractor down here. And what I tried to do was I tried putting that on and just scooping it up. But there's grass here, so I can't scoop it. So I'm going to try to use a combination of that plus that, using this to push stuff onto that. I'm going to see how this goes. Alright, so what we got here is a box scraper pull behind type. We're getting this because the concrete ditch that we're moving, that whole entire hill needs fixed up. So we're borrowing this from a friend of ours. However, the tire was bad, and I forgot to record it, but we took the tire off. And we went and found on our tire pile another tire. So now just the process of putting it back on. My dad's bringing the 4010 over. It's one of our tractors. And we'll get it hooked up, pulled over there, and make that drain ditch look like it was never ever there. Bing bada boom. Got the camera out a little bit late, but he's gone. That thing will work nice. Now all I gotta do is clean up the tools. April 2nd, got all the oil drained out. Got the clutch assembly out. It's pretty cool. Last time I saw this I was a kid and I don't remember it. So it's nice to see it. Got all the oil drained out. When we got the oil drained out, we had a piece of metal fall out. Like that. It's not magnetic. And we don't know what it is. We were thinking it was a bearing, but see that hole on the tip? So we don't know what that is. So, good news and bad news.
Yep.
We found the problem.
We need a cam bearing set and cams.
If you didn't just hear my dad, it's a cam bearing. What do you think, Pops? Is rattling around down in there or something?
Most likely.
Most likely just rattling around down in there, causing it to not get fluid, causing it this and causing it to malfunction.
No, that just means that the push rods weren't pushing far enough because the cam was pushed out of the way too far.
So here's the question, Dad. Could we or could we not just put a cam bearing in?
No.
Why?
Because the cam's broke too. Cam's
So,
messed up too.
Bad news, cam's messed up too. Good news, we found the problem. Those little things are the bearings for the cam. We found out that the cam's bad too. Well, we don't know if it's bad. But when we first bought this thing 9 years ago, it was found in a puddle of water. And we're thinking...
The guy that I bought it from had it, found it in a puddle of water.
The guy we bought it from bought it out of a puddle of water. And we're thinking that the cam's bad. But we know the bearings are bad too, because we destroyed those getting it out. Okay, so that's the oil pump for you guys as well. Alright, Model A. I got some time on my hands, so I'm going to do a little bit more videotaping with this thing. That's a shaft. See these right here? My finger will get out of the way. We don't like that. So, we bought a new cam, not a cam, or whatever this is called. The listers. Bought new of those just because we didn't like how it was looking. One of the issues we've been having with this thing is the brakes. So we're gonna redo the brakes. However, when we originally did this, we built this is what I meant, not did this, we built this. We had the genius idea. Actually, my dad did. I was so young, I didn't even know what he was doing. We put a gasket maker kind of seal on both sides of this gasket right here. And we shunt have. So, because of that, we broke... Oop, let me get the string out of the way. Come on, there we go. We broke the tab off. Right there. And I'm pretty sure we broke one. Nope, we didn't break the other one on the other side. So we broke that. Stupid string's in the way again. So that needs fixed too. We're about to pull this off as well. This one off as well. You can see it's been sitting so long that it made it so much worse. But I can't even move that. And I got a level pushing from behind. Leaning into it, I can barely move it. So we're gonna rebuild that. Yep, this is where we're at on this thing. So this is how you know you have a tame steel. Got one hand scratching his belly, the other one holding the camera. And I can walk all the way around this steel. Poke him in the butt a little bit, scratch his back, poke him some, and he just stands there. Like a good boy. So we're back here at this pond. I don't know if you can tell, but it's back and clear full of crap again. Woo, almost fell off. And they've been fishing it out. A lot of crap's been drug out of here. But there's no stopping it. So it just keeps growing.